Can a car from the 1960s really be worth more than a private jet? In 2019, a single classic car sold privately for $70 million. Not at auction, not publicly, behind closed doors. The car? A 1963 Ferrari 250 GTO, one of the rarest and most valuable automobiles ever built. Only 36 were ever made. And this one? It has a racing history that makes it priceless. This is the story of the $70 million Ferrari. The 1963 Ferrari 250 GTO, chassis number 4153GT, sold privately in 2019 for an estimated $70 million. This car was designed by Giotto Bizzarini and built by Scaglietti. It's a two-seat sports car with a front-engine, rear-wheel drive layout and was built for one purpose: racing. The 250 GTO stands for Gran Turismo Omologato. That means it was homologated for GT racing. Ferrari had to build at least 100 units to qualify, but they only made 36. They got around the rules by claiming it was an evolution of an existing model, the classic Ferrari. Under the hood sits a 3.0-liter V12 engine producing 300 horsepower. That might not sound like much today, but in the 1960s, this car was a weapon. It could hit 174 miles per hour, and it dominated racetracks across Europe. The design is pure Italian perfection. Long hood, low roofline, curved fenders. Every line serves a purpose: aerodynamics, speed, beauty. But what makes chassis 4153 GT worth $70 million isn't just the design, it's the history. Chassis 4153 GT has one of the most impressive racing records of any 250 GTO. In 1963, it competed in the Tour de France Automobile, a brutal 10-day rally covering over 3,000 miles across France. The car finished first in its class, driven by Jean Guichet and Pierre Noblet. Then it raced at the 12 Hours of Reims. Another victory. The 250 GTO was unstoppable. But the car's most famous race came at the 1964 Targa Florio in Sicily, one of the most dangerous and challenging races in the world. Over 44 miles of twisting mountain roads, the car finished fourth overall, an incredible result. After its racing career ended, chassis 4153 GT passed through several private collectors. Each one knew what they had: a piece of motorsport history. For decades, the car remained hidden in private collections. It rarely appeared in public, and when it did, it caused a sensation. Then, in 2019, it was sold privately to American businessman David McNeil, founder of WeatherTech, for an estimated $70 million. That price made it the most expensive car ever sold privately at the time. It surpassed the previous private sale record of $52 million for another 250 GTO. So, why is this car worth $70 million? First off, rarity. Only 36 Ferrari 250 GTOs were ever made. That's it, and most are locked away in private collections, and they rarely come up for sale. But when they do, prices explode. In 2018, a 250 GTO sold at auction for $48.4 million. That was a public auction record, but private sales go even higher. Second, racing pedigree. Chassis 4153 GT isn't just a show car, it's a race-winning machine. Tour de France champion, Targa Florio competitor. This car has history, and history adds value. Third, design and engineering. The 250 GTO is considered one of the most beautiful cars ever made. It has been featured in museums around the world. The Museum of Modern Art in New York displayed one as a work of art. Not a car, art. Fourth, investment potential. Classic Ferraris don't depreciate, they appreciate. And fast. A 250 GTO that sold for $18 million in 2014 was worth $48 million by 2018. That's a 166% return in 4 years. Better than stocks, better than real estate. And finally, exclusivity. Owning a 250 GTO puts you in an elite club. Only 36 people in the world can own one, and they rarely sell. When one becomes available, billionaires compete for it. David McNeil, the buyer, is a car collector. He founded WeatherTech, a company that makes automotive accessories, and he's worth over $1 billion. And for him, $70 million was worth it. The $70 million sale of chassis 4153 GT didn't happen by accident. It happened because the classic car market exploded over the past decade. In the 2000s, Ferrari 250 GTOs sold for around $10 million. By the 2010s, prices hit $30 million. By 2018, they broke $50 million. And in 2019, $70 million. But here's the thing, even $70 million might not be the limit. In 2022, a 1955 Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR Uhlenhaut Coupe sold at auction for $143 million, and that shattered every record, and it proved that the right car with the right history can command any price. Ferrari 250 GTOs are in that category. They are icons, legends, and they're not making any more. Some experts believe a 250 GTO could sell for $100 million or more in the future. It is just a matter of time, and when it happens, it won't surprise anyone. The classic car market is driven by ultra-wealthy collectors, people who don't care about money. They care about owning something no one else can have, and a Ferrari 250 GTO is the ultimate prize. So where is Chassis 4153 GT today? David McNeil keeps it in his private collection. He has shown it at a few select events, but for the most part, it stays out of the public eye. In 2019, shortly after the purchase, McNeil displayed the car at the Concorso Italiano in Monterey, California. Car enthusiasts lined up to see it. Some called it the best Ferrari ever made. Others called it priceless. McNeil has said he plans to preserve the car's original condition. No modifications, no restorations, just maintenance. He wants to keep it exactly as it was when it raced in the 1960s. And that's the right move. Original, unrestored 250 GTOs are worth more than restored ones. Collectors want authenticity. They want the dirt, the scratches, and the history. Chassis 4153 GT is more than a car. It's a time capsule, a piece of motorsport history frozen in time. And as long as it exists, it will remain one of the most valuable objects on Earth. The $70 million Ferrari 250 GTO isn't just a car, it's a legend, a masterpiece, an investment that appreciates faster than almost anything else in the world. From racing glory in the 1960s to private sales records in 2019, this car rewrote the rules of what is possible. Listen, if you loved this deep dive into the $70 million Ferrari, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We're breaking down the most exclusive, most expensive, and most insane cars on the planet. Drop a comment below. Would you spend $70 million on a car? See you in the next one.